Two big restaurants on the Strip start charging a C19 fee. One restaurant on the Strip closes for good. Was it popular? Kinda, sorta. We have a major hotel going smoke-free entirely. A big buffet is opening back up on June 15th, but the details are very scarce right now. And one of the big players on the Strip is stopped charging resort fees. I know. Praise it. Hallelujah. My name is Steven. I'm not leaving Las Vegas. I'm a full-time Vegas blogger. I bring you guys news about Las Vegas. We do short films. We do everything featuring the city of sin, Sin City. It's not Lynn, the city of sin in Massachusetts. It's Las Vegas, baby. If you guys like the videos, I want you guys to do me a favor. Click the like button, hit the subscribe button, share the video, and also hit the bell for the notifications so you guys know when I do new videos. I do them every single day. If you guys want to support the channel, you guys will head on over to Patreon. You can be in the credits of the video. You guys can also see stuff I post up only on Patreon. I make content there. I'm not just asking you guys for anything for free. I like to work hard for that Patreon. We post photos up there, early access to videos I don't post here, blog posts, all sorts of things. Also, head on over to vegasfacemask.com. There's no S on the end. It's the only two face masks that you'll ever need, made by my sweet wife, Caroline, Sweet Caroline's Masks. And you guys will get that. And we ship anywhere in the United States. You guys can also, if you're coming to Vegas, head up to the special link below, and you guys can hit up with Vegas.com. Get a discount on rooms. They have Caesars Entertainment properties from $29 right now, as I'm talking about this on June 9th. So not a bad deal if you're coming in July. Stay at some of the Caesars properties for $30. Of course, you got to pay the fees, but we'll get to the one property that's getting rid of the resort fees, at least temporarily, but unfortunately, it's not a Caesars property. Comment below. You tell me, do you think that it's cool for restaurants and services and businesses to start paying those C19 fees and putting it on your shoulders? And before you say something like, hey, well, you know what? Guess what? That happens where I'm from. It's just kind of the way of doing business right now. I understand, but this is Las Vegas. They're already charging you a resort fee, a drink fee, a venue fee, a this fee, a that fee. The fees are out of control here. Is this just another way for them to get some money out of you? But there's a twist. Those fees could actually be completely voluntary as long as you look at your bill. So yeah, the first up thing in the news right here is that two major properties owned by the same company that manages restaurants. I swear to you, the name is Lettuce Entertain You. You know, like lettuce, the vegetable, and I'm like, that's actually pretty clever. I like that. Lettuce Entertain You. Okay, cool. But Joe's Stone Crab over at Caesars Palace, one of the nicer restaurants here, started instituting a 4% surcharge for C19. That's what we call it here on this channel. And they also have Blvd, a fairly majorly popular restaurant on the Strip, looking over the Bellagio fountains from their balcony out front of the Paris. They both started charging the same 4% fee. Now, of course, this 4% fee is completely optional as long as you look at your bill. If you look at your bill that they give you, it's tacked on there. You can request to have it waived. But this is actually a form of psychological warfare, my friends. I'm telling you this right now. They're going to have you request to have it waived. But they put some kind of like message on there about how times are tough, whatever. You look at it and it's 4%. You might think that's not a lot, but then you have to consider Blvd has some high dollar menu items, and so does Joe's Stone Crab. It's not Joe's Crab Shack, you know, the one you would see at the interstate interchange where you might live. You know, Joe's Stone Crab is a restaurant from down in Florida. It's actually a really nice restaurant. The average bill there is not cheap, so 4% can kind of be a surcharge. You got to think of the server's perspective too. We want to make sure that the servers are getting paid, but this doesn't go towards the servers. This just goes towards making sure the restaurant can stay open, I suppose. So there is that. So what a lot of people said the last time I talked about if they're going to be starting these kinds of fees. People said it was preposterous. The hotels wouldn't do this. That would be the straw that breaks the camel's back. And these are not the hotels doing it. Like, this is a third-party restaurant company that rents space in Caesars Palace, and they rent space, that's at the Forum Shops for Joe's, and they rent space over at the Paris for the Blvd. But if this is the canary in the coal mine, you know, the canary in the coal mine, you put the canary in the coal mine and it has a faster metabolism, and if the guys are down there and there's carbon monoxide or dioxide, I can't remember which one, the canary will pass away first so the guys can run out of the coal mine. Well, if this is the warning, we better be careful, because if this works and people are okay with it, could be charged all over the place. So I don't know. If you're going to go there, you have the option to get it off your bill. What do you think about that? Now, again, you might say, well, you know what, back where I'm from, beauty salons are charging a fee, $10 fee here and there. So what? Yeah, but this is Vegas. No, forget. You're paying your resort fee. You're paying your parking fee, but those have been waived. Thank goodness for that. At Caesars Properties, you're paying a venue fee when you get a drink at a bar. So many fees. So many fees. Vegas, have you not learned your lesson? But I guess what are they going to do? Tell a restaurant they can't conduct business a certain way? I don't know. Speaking of restaurants, a second restaurant, different restaurant. The first restaurant that I know of on Las Vegas Boulevard has closed. In my live streams, people have asked me if Twin Peaks is opened. And I would go pull on the doors a little bit, but nope, they're not opened. As a matter of fact, Twin Peaks is not coming back to the Las Vegas Strip. Twin Peaks is done. The company has a second location here in Henderson. Twin Peaks is obviously kind of like a Hooters style restaurant where, you know, scantily clad girls bring you the food and smile real nice to you, and they're real friendly and everything like that. And yeah, they just, I guess, couldn't hack it during C19, and they're located at Harmon Corner. They don't have a terrible location, but, you know, in an area known for, you know, family stuff with Bubba Gump Shrimp, the Rainforest Cafe, Twin Peaks was definitely a place where, you know, you might not want to walk. If you're walking with your family, what are you going to choose? Twin Peaks? Are you going to choose the Bubba Gump? Now, some of you are going to tell me Twin Peaks. Granted, the place was always kind of busy, but it was never super busy. So I guess they just didn't feel the business was strong enough, and they used the C19 as a way to close down. Maybe there's some kind of an insurance reason behind it. Maybe they're going to get some kind of graciousness because of the pandemic that we all went through and all that kind of stuff from the powers that be that give them money. But yeah, if you're coming to Vegas, you're going to have to go to Henderson to go to Twin Peaks, or you can just travel over to the Oyo, formerly the Hooters Hotel, and go to a Hooters. Because if you go to the original, the old school, the OG, you're always going to have good wings at the Hooters. Now, another hotel is actually going to be going non-smoking. The rumor was a while back, I guess the Planet Hollywood was going to be the first. I've heard those rumors have been debunked, but the Park MGM, the first hotel to go completely non-smoking, according to vitalvegas.com, and it was apparently confirmed to be the truth. Now, we still don't know when the park is going to open. Whenever it opens, I'm sure that we'll have an experience and some reports to see if they clean the smoke smells out of the property. The one thing that did strike me going back into the casinos, and I'm a non-smoker, and nobody in my house smokes, and you know the office obviously is smoke-free. Every business you go into these days is smoke-free. You can't smoke inside unless you're at a place with, you know, casino gambling. And so the first thing when I'm walking through Caesars, it's a nice property, but it hits you, the smell of the smoke. Now, I've told you guys, I'm kind of balanced on this. I figure smoke them if you got them. Maybe make a section of the property smoke-free. But, you know, a lot of you guys I want them too. But I'm conflicted when it comes to it, so that's not the purview of this video. But Park is going to be the first one. Now, of course, Park used to be the Monte Carlo. They have the Nomad Hotel. It's a kind of a younger demographic that they're aiming for. Maybe they're looking for the middle upscale demographic, and they just did their market research and said most of the people that come here based on their age ranges and surveys that we've run don't want it. So we'll see how that goes. If this is kind of like, again, not canary in a coal mine, but if this is a sign of Vegas things to come, could be very interesting to see if all the properties fall like dominoes in the next few years and go smoke-free. But one property that's not smoke-free and has all the restaurants open and hasn't had anything closed is the Wynn. And the Wynn Buffet is opening. I saw this. It was a Facebook thing. I didn't believe it. I called the Wynn. I got a person right away, like, you know, one of those calls where the phone doesn't even ring and a person just answers. And yeah, they explained to me that the buffet at the Wynn is opening on June 25th. Isn't that... Wow, June 25th. I've been saying for months here on this channel that the buffets aren't going away, they aren't dead. People have been arguing me that they are. They would say, well, the Golden Nugget canceled their buffet, and the Treasure Island got rid of it because I can't find the pages on the sites. And I've been saying, look, you know what? Not every buffet is going to go away. It is something, and there was an intellectual guy from a think tank on the Review Journal that said that, oh, Vegas is just low class, we went upscale. Now, don't tell that to the Wynn, one of the biggest, most expensive properties in the entire city. They're opening up on June 15th. Now, there are some caveats here. The Wynn Buffet said that there are going to be major changes. They're going to roll out those changes tomorrow, June 10th. Today is June 9th. And as they do report those changes, I'll definitely tell you what that's all about. I imagine the changes are similar to what they did before the closure, which means that you're not going to be getting your own food and you're not going to be really having the same selection of food. But it's a buffet. It's open. It's the Wynn. It's probably about $50 or $55 per person. But what else are you doing with your money right now? Your dining options are limited in terms of buffets. So if you miss that experience, I guess Wynn is going to be taking all the money from everybody in Vegas. So kudos to them for being brave and bold fold and going forward. Hopefully the other properties follow suit. Boyd Gaming should be opening up their buffets in the future. They told me on their customer service line that they will be eventually, with people serving you as soon as they figure out how many people are coming, what their capacity is, because buffets are built on buying future amounts of food in bulk volumes. And that's kind of the business model of a buffet. Now, Sahara. Ooh, boy. Sahara has suspended all the resort fees through May 31st bookings. So I don't know if this means, because I couldn't really put my finger on it, I don't know if it means come here by the 31st and get your fees waived. I think it means book by the 31st and have your fees waived on your stay. So no resort fees at the Sahara. The Sahara's resort fees generally run for $37.50 per night. It gives you access to local and long distance calling. Who cares? I mean, unless you're international and you come in and you don't have a way for you to get your phone to work. But most people have a cell phone. It includes access to the internet. Once again, if you're an American person or somebody traveling from the United States, you probably have high-speed internet on your phone, so you don't care about that as much. Of course, it also includes guest parking, which has also been free and waived. Look, they're doing the right thing. The Sahara is doing the right thing. I hope that they find this experiment is fruitful for them. I hope that they get a lot of bookings at the Sahara. I hope that they extend this out and do it month by month by month, and it becomes a permanent thing for the Sahara. And they teach a big lesson to all these big properties like the Cosmopolitan that has the nerve to increase your room rate, room fee, your room tax. They have the nerve to increase it in January. Oh, sure, guests get free parking, but you're now paying $10 more for the resort fee. So is the parking free? Is it? No, it's not. You're just paying for it somewhere else. But yeah, so Sahara's doing it. Hopefully the dominoes fall down the strip to the south. We have other properties doing the same thing, but otherwise all the properties are still charging their resort fees. So if you head on over a travel booking website, look for you to pay $40 to $60 extra fees on top of your so-called cheap room stay. And for the record, people tell me in the live streams that they got a room and it was comped, but they have to pay the fee. That's not a free room, that's just a lower priced room. So if you're getting a comp on a room, please argue with the property that you shouldn't be paying the resort fees, because fair is fair. And that's the news for today. Oh my gosh, we got so much stuff that happened. I'm trying to bulk the news up into bigger like news videos so I don't have to report one or two things every single day. This is an interesting one. I'm curious to hear what your comments are, so leave us a comment below. Do you think that Sahara is going to be a trendsetter in Las Vegas? Do you think that these C19 fees will be here to stay? Does that break your heart like it does mine? I mean, I want the restaurants to stay in business, but at the same time, I don't want the people to be taken advantage of. So there is that. So like, share, subscribe, hit the bell for the notifications. If you guys want to support the channel, there's Patreon for the credits. You also have Vegas face mask, no S on the end, made right here at this exact residence where I am sitting and shipped out to you in the mail, 2 for $25. Also check out vegas.com if you guys are coming to Las Vegas. If you use my special link on the screen, then you know what? Guess what? They credit back the channel and you get to save money. All right, so this is the time of the video where I say 3, 2, 1, click. Are you ready for this? Let's get nice and close to the camera so we can see all my gray hairs. We say 3, 2, 1, and oh, click.